Debbie, you want to come on up? Yes, Debbie. Pat. Debbie.
I'm ready. Hi, good morning, everyone. Hi. You all look really, really fresh today on your first day of school. Just give yourself a hand for that. I mean, I was watching, looking at you all. Look nice. Yes, that's a privilege. Your ninth first day of school, ninth graders. Woo, yeah. Yeah, you do. I saw you in the hallway, so yeah. Really nice, real fresh looking, so. Today I was invited by Danny to come. I've been here before on the first day of school. I believe it's every year, right, Danny, on the first day of school? Yeah, so wow, I'm privileged today. My name is Debbie Aguilar, and I'm a mother. I love people. What can I say? I love young people. I used to be young myself. You may not believe it, but after I graduated, I won't say the year, so because I might give away my age. But the thing is that I've been in high school. I went to school in Salinas, and all my years, I'm from Salinas, so I drove over here with my friend Victoria today, and I come all this way because you all, every single one of you here, every single one of you up there is so valuable, so important. It's worth getting up for me to get up and make the drive. So I just want to let you know that. My story's not too different than anyone else's that you may have heard already. It's a similar story. I can relate with almost every single speaker that has spoke this morning and that you have heard in some way or another. Whether that be, the mothers, telling your mother that you love them. I never did that when I was little. I didn't grow up in a household like that. I don't know what it was, but I know my mother didn't go through get love. She was abused harshly when she was a young girl, and she told me all about it as I was able to understand, and I felt my heart really went out to her. But she took good care of us. There was a couple of things, of course, that we're not perfect as a mother. We aren't perfect, and yes, I agree with the brother here that you just heard. We do want to hear that you love us. We want to hear that once in a while, even if it's just a heart. If it's a text, those are cool too. I'll take a red heart any day. So yeah, it's kind of hard because especially if you're not brought up in it and that you're not used to it. But it's okay. Love is a smile. Mom, thank you. I love thank you for getting up for me, this morning and making me something, or washing my clothes, buying me something. I mean, you all look good. I know some of your mothers had a lot to do with your outfits, right? Right? Or did you guys go to work and all that stuff already? Yeah, so, give your mothers a high five today. Give your mothers a high five. Okay, so we got pictures. Oh, wow. Okay, there I am. Well, there I am, the brunette, right there with the yellow, and my son in the yellow. You can see we like yellow for some reason, and now I know why after the fact. There he is, Stephen, as a baby. That's his first Easter. Stephen Joseph Aguilar, my son, my second born son, and then there's his kindergarten picture. And again, he's in yellow. He just looks so nice in yellow. I'm such a handsome boy. I loved him so much, and I say loved in the past tense because, I still love him. Because he was shot and killed in Salinas in a drive-by shooting. And it's going to be 16 years. And it was on November 16th, 2002, when he went to 7-Eleven, just a few blocks away from home, to buy some snacks with his friend. And he never returned. Somebody opened fire on my son, Stephen Aguilar, and his friend, while my son was driving and eating snacks. They were going back home, right back home. Something that we do, like, we take it for granted. We all go to the store, we ride our bikes, we skateboard, like my son, he was an avid skateboarder. This picture was taken of Stephen right before he graduated. And he graduated, he was a smart kid. He graduated and was ready, willing, eager, and applied to be a part of a higher education after high school. He just wanted to get out of Salinas. Because of the fact that we have a high rate gang violence problem in Salinas, and I'm sure some of you who watch the news or watch YouTube or Snapchat, you probably know about that, right? Salinas, yeah, okay. But I love Salinas. I was born there, still there. I'm still living there. But the thing is, he wanted to get out because he had already lost a couple of close friends to shootings as well and burials. You know, they went to the funerals. He already lost 3. So he goes, I'm out of here. But he didn't make it out of Salinas. He didn't even get to open up the letter that came in the mailbox on Monday. He was killed on a Friday evening. But it was really early Saturday morning because it was after midnight. And I remember the headlines, I'll never forget, that they said, man found on Monday, the day that the letter came, that he was accepted, by the way. I don't want to get ahead of myself. He was accepted to ITT in Santa Clara. His dad opened up the letter and just crumbled it and cursed God. I remember, he didn't really, I don't know where his heart was, but our son was just killed a few nights ago. I was in shock. I just remember him wrinkling it all up and he says, why those? And then he called him those F words and the guys who did it, because we didn't know. And he said, it's the letter, he got accepted. But he was never there but he was on the right path. He wanted to get out of here and do something good because he knew Salinas was going to be, the world was getting really hard for a young person. He had a tough time just graduating because everywhere he went, he got bullied. He had to claim, they want to know, what do you claim? You know, you claim red, you claim blue. Which one? Well, he happens to have a navy blue there, but he didn't claim it. He had a gray shirt. People always ask about that, but he said nothing. So everywhere he went, there was Mom, because he'd come home and I'd be there in the office advocating for my son. I've always been his advocate, all my children's advocate, since elementary. If there was something wrong, I would go, bring the teacher to the class, and I'd be sitting there, let's figure this out, what to do with my son. My son is not doing too well because he's intimidated, whatnot. So I've always been my son, my children's greatest advocate. But I never ever thought that I'd be an advocate because he was murdered. Who wants to ever think that? As a mother, I know we got mothers here. Would you ever volunteer to be in a club like this? Would any of you, as a mother, want to be in a club like this? No, huh? Because one day you will be a mother, and you will be fathers. Love your children so much. Know that they're given to you. As you guys are given to your parents as a special gift, as an assignment. That's how I see it now, because I never used to see. I grew up in alcoholism as well. I even became an alcoholic. That's why I can relate with everyone. I was abused as a child. I was abused as a little girl. And I tried my best to cope in high school, junior high, high school. That's when it got harder, in high school. I went to my first day of, all nice, all, looking really cool, on my first day of school, but I was sad. I drank. I started to drink, and I learned very early because I grew up in it. It took away the pain. And I did ask this one time. I remember, I was like this, and I got 1 minute. My mama's mirror, why are you here? Who are you? A little 5-year-old talking to herself in the mirror. But this is why I'm here. Because I know my son's death has a greater purpose. It's meaningful. I could be sad, bitter, but I chose not to. I choose to be happy because I am a joyful person. God has put a greatness inside of me and inside of you, a greatness. There's seeds. When I'm speaking to you, I'm hoping that these are seeds being planted. You have a greatness inside of you. You have a purpose, really do. If you've ever wondered, hey, I thought I was alone. No. What I went through, I let it beat me up and made my confidence be low in high school. Now I know my purpose is to have peace because God gives it to me. He gave it to me. I am sober because of Seth and Joseph Aguilar. I continue to do this because of him. He had me get sober. He goes, Mom, I love you. Stop drinking. You're going to kill your liver. You're going to end up dead early. And he told me that 2 weeks before he was killed. So today I honor every single one of you in life. And I celebrate my son's life because I'm here today. We're supposed to kill me and crush me and make me be bitter and drink that poison that you hear about. I choose to forgive the killer, who I don't know who it is up to this day. There's still no one has ever been arrested. But I choose to forgive them. Because if I resent them, and be bitter and angry at them every day? I'll have to do it every day, and how exhausting would that be? Forgive once. That's what God said. Forgive and move on and help others like yourselves. God bless you.
So what are two